I think we could all see that Manchester United weren't at their best. But David has called us. David, they still found a way to win. You were a little bit concerned there about the performances of one or two of the squad players this afternoon.
Yeah, my gosh, what theatre. I'm a bag of nerves. But yeah, I was again disappointed with, the squad players. Maguire, I thought, was slow and cumbersome. Jadon Sancho, wow. I mean, he's just not a Premier League player. It's as simple as that. The penalty decision, he should have scored before he even got to a handball decision. He should have put it in the back of the net, I thought. But it just goes to show, if United are going to be challenging in the next season, they're going to have to do something about getting some quality squad players in. Key players go out, Casemiro, Varane, and, not to mention Eriksen, and they really struggle. It's a character that got them through it, and a little bit of good fortune, I think. Fulham were great.
David, you do realise that if Sancho had just placed it in, essentially, what he done essentially won the game for you, because I thought it was good play. I agree, he could have just passed it past him, slotted it 1-1, but he sat the defender down. He obviously beat the goalie, and he forced Willian to make the handball, and the next 3 minutes was madness. So essentially, the decision he made won you the game.
He should have scored. Come on.
It still won you the game,
Should
though.
have scored.
Well, I guess it did in the end because, goodness me, I guess we've got to be thankful for him for that. But
thankful for him missing.
But you can't imagine that that's ever going to happen, can you?
No.
I mean, that theatre, it was just, I just couldn't believe what I was watching, really.
From where you were sat watching, or wherever you watched the game, did you see it was a penalty straight away?
I couldn't see it. I was in the north stand. I just thought it had gone off the line. We were all sort of angry that Sancho should have put it in. He dilly-dallied a little bit too much, and he could have just passed it in the net. But, there you go. As soon as the referee went over to the screen, we thought, oh, that's it. It's got to be a penalty. It's usually a sign that, there's something significant. But, gosh, I just hope the owners, back the manager in the summer transfer window and we can get a decent squad. McTominay was out of sorts again today. Took him off. It's just not up to it, I don't think.
David, cheers for the call. I think the international break probably has come at a good time for Manchester United. Interestingly, I think Mickey Gray raised this point in commentary. Erik ten Hag seems to be trying to adapt Harry Maguire from playing as a left-sided centre-back to a right-sided one. Let's see how that works out in the fullness of time. I want to bring in Anthony, the Fulham fan. Anthony, I said at the top of the programme that I feel like your team were let down by Marco Silva today, and his actions in the technical area certainly led, I think, in part to Alexander Mitrović losing his hair. What was your view on that?
Yes, I think Marco Silva, they know when the referee's looking at the screen, particularly then you don't leave your technical area because they're trying to make a decision under pressure. So he deserved his red card. Now, Mitrović took hands on with a match official. Laying on of hands on a match official is a total no-no. Or the youngsters watching will then, on Hackney Marshes or somewhere next week, will push a referee because of that. And I've been supporting Fulham passionately, home and away, since 1966. But Mitrović should get a lengthy ban, rest of the season. Seriously, I know he's the source of goals, but that behaviour was disgraceful representing Fulham. Think of someone like George Cohen or Johnny Haynes, what they'd be turning in their graves. You just don't lay your hands on a match official, no matter how upset you are. Brainless thing to do. And really, yes, probably Marco Silva. He acted like a toad afterwards, blaming Chris Kavanagh, actually. That was even worse in some ways. He's really lost my respect today.
Do you know what? I love that call, Anthony, before Darren Ambrose comes in, because too often football fans, and we're all guilty of it, can be a little bit rose-tinted. But you've come on there and you've said it exactly how it is. You're obviously disappointed. Your team are out the FA Cup. But I say fair play to Anthony.
I totally agree. Absolutely brilliant call. And I think honest. And that's what you asked. We had people, and they will be people calling in, messaging, sticking up for him really, because what they've
Not
done.
had many though, in fairness.
Not at the
had
moment.
many.
We will do, and we've had a couple, but sticking up for Mitrović, what he done for the football club last season, and Marco Silva, what he's done. But we're not talking about what they've done. We're talking about what happened today. And we've had a message come in saying we've misread the Silva situation. Apparently, there was a couple of decisions that he felt should have gone their way. Again, exactly, it's irrelevant. The situation we're talking about, he lost control, and he is an example to people around the country. He's an example to his team and the supporters, and he got it wrong. He got it massively wrong today. All right,
let's bring in very quickly Harry, the Fulham fan. Harry, do you agree with your fellow supporter Anthony there that Mitrović should be hit with a long ban?
I couldn't agree less, to be honest. I just don't see how we've gone from Mitrović being an absolute disgrace to the club and Silva being a disgrace to the club. They got us promoted last year. Mitrović is unbelievable. Silva was unbelievable. We're doing so well this year until the 70th minute. Now the season's looking like we've got nothing to play for, but that's what we take at the start of the year. But how can we have Bruno Fernandes shoving in linesman? Oh, it's fine. It's Man United. They're
two wrongs don't make a right, do they, Harry?
No, they don't. But how can it be now we're talking about Mitrović lengthy ban? Did anyone talk about that? About Fernandes.
Yeah, we did. We did in here. We definitely spoke about that. We felt that the officials got that one wrong. He should have been red carded. As soon as you put your hands on an official, it's a red card and a ban. And unfortunately, the aggression shown by Mitrović was more aggressive than Fernandes. It's irrelevant. They both should have been red carded. But I don't feel you should look at what happened last season or what Mitrović has done for the club. It's what they've done today. They've let down the football club, in my opinion.
Yeah, Fulham possibly should be looking and planning for an FA Cup semi-final. They're not, because of a minute of madness. No two ways about it. Keep the calls coming, though. I'm interested to hear more Fulham fans. Are you defending your manager tonight, or do you feel that he and Mitrović have let the club down? 03717 22 3344 is the number.